Hello, and welcome to this week's edition of Referral Exchange Networking's Business Success Fertilizer Application. It isn't always easy to compete with companies that are bigger than you and have greater resources. However, one advantage you can have is you can be smarter than they are. No one can tell you how much you can learn and how much of an expert and an asset you can be. That's why education is critical for small businesses, and that's why we at Referral Exchange Networking strive to make you just a little smarter every week. So let's get to this week. It's now the dog days of summer, that period of time between mid-July and late August. Now, I'm talking to you from the Northeast. It's the middle of August, and it is hot and steamy. And it's not my favorite time of year. However, surprisingly, the term dog days, just like my friend here, like to have a little fun. And people say that as you get older, you look more like your pets, so you can judge that for yourself. But the term dog days has nothing to do with dogs. According to Wikipedia, as we know, the source of all knowledge, the dog days of summer are the hot, sultry days that we experience this time of year. They were historically the period following the rising of the star system Sirius, known as the dog star, which ancient astrology connected with heat, drought, sudden thunderstorms. Astrology connected it also with lethargy, fevers, mad dogs, bad luck. And now they're taken to be the most uncomfortable part of summer in the Northern Hemisphere. So why am I bringing this up? Well, I have a couple of reasons. First of all, I'm giving us all permission. You don't need it from me, but I'm giving us all permission to acknowledge that our spirits and efforts might be flagging right about now. And of course, it's not just the dog days. It's also the COVID-19, the Delta surge that has all of us a little down, wondering what's going on, what's going to happen. Just when we thought we were out of the woods, the pandemic forest seems to be closing in on us. Now, if this topic brings you down a bit, I have good news. It's only temporary. The clouds will part and the sun will shine again. However, there is something different going on that's here to stay. Virtual meetings, they're not going away. The business world has discovered that employees like working from home, and without the need to finance expensive office complexes, companies save money. With that in mind, I think we need to double down on our efforts to make the most of our virtual time together. Just because Zoom allows us to connect more doesn't mean we're making more real connections. We have to do it right. So, courtesy of Think Fast, Talk Smart podcast, here are some practices I think we need to work on. Number one, whether it's in a networking meeting or with a virtual client, we need to keep our discussions relevant and engaging. Attention is the most valuable commodity in today's marketplace. Think about that, all you people engaged in social media, etc. That is telling. Attention is the most valuable commodity in today's marketplace. So keeping the attention of your audience is key. Number two, especially in virtual groups, we need to focus on the speaker. If your boss or your client sees you looking to the side or looking down at your keyboard, it might be obvious that you're not engaged and you're not listening. Keep your eyes focused on the camera. One tip that I read is to keep a photo of someone you like taped right next to the camera. So every time your eyes light on it, you'll feel happy. Number 3, any graphic designers out there will like this one. If you're going to be sharing slides, sharing your screen, make sure it's visually appealing and uncluttered. And finally, be aware of the advantages and the limitations of the virtual media when using hand gestures, okay? Keep your hands about shoulder height. Vary your voice. Use emotive words that better express what you're saying. Make sure you're well lit. Facial expressions are critical in communication, and if you're not well lit, they won't come through. Remember, when in any meeting, virtual or in person, your audience is giving you their time and attention. Be respectful of it and use it to the best of your ability. Kevin Kelly, founding executive editor of Wired magazine, said, quote, "The only factor becoming more scarce in the world of abundance is human attention." All right, well, that's it for this week. I hope you got something out of it. If you'd like to talk about anything that you just heard, or you'd like to know more how you can grow your business by joining a referral exchange networking chapter, or even how to start your own chapter, reach out to me at referralexchangenetworking.com. That's exchange with an X. And if you'd like to be notified whenever we post another educational video, subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner of this video. Well, that's it for this week. I hope you got something valuable out of that, and we'll see you next week. Thanks, everyone. Stay safe.